Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. And already we're underway here. So this is round two between these two sides who have already met once this season. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva, he's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Doué, Gonzalo Ramos. It's gone a long way up and away. Manchester City have played a lot of games just lately. Squad rotation or tinkering start to become prevalent at times like Haaland! A real chance and a real let-off.
Haaland put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Paris Saint-Germain are unbeaten on the road so far. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Quick glance at... he's tried one!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Fabian Ruiz. Manchester City contested that thriller-minute draw last time. Paris Saint-Germain still to register a shot on target. O'Reilly. A heavy challenge. The referee's awarded a free kick. Now it's Foden. Marquinhos plays it forward. Deftly done. He spotted the run and played him through. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Trafford gets it upfield. Reinders gets it back. Foden. Oh, it's Dembele. O'Reilly. Foden. Matheus Nunes. Gets a good foot in there. Gonzalo Ramos. Oh, it's Dembele. Hakimi. 30 minutes gone. And it's played forward. And now the breakaway. Gonzalo Ramos looks to dink one in. Has a hit! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Dembele versus the keeper, and only one winner.
Yeah, that's brilliant from him. Such a calm finish. Just pick your spot, don't think about what the keeper's going to do, concentrate on what you have to do.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Matheus Nunes. Paris Saint-Germain are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. It's a throw. Needed a better pass there. Reinders. Dembele tries to get it forward quickly, and that's put paid to a promising move. Gonzalo Ramos, he's gone for it! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Gonzalo Ramos is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? Nuno Mendes. Doué. And the first half is done. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Oh, shooting chance! Nuno Mendes. Doku. Reinders goes looking. Foden was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Dembele. Fabian Ruiz shoots! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Paris Saint-Germain really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Forward it goes.
Manchester City really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Gets it back. Fabian Ruiz. Has he picked him out? Nunez cuts it out. Reinders drives it forward. Haaland. Marquinhos battles to win it back.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what...
That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Paris Saint-Germain are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now, where's he looking? Barcola. Lee Kang in. Lee Kang in! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Lee Kang in brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Massive leap! He's looking to get there first. Turns and goes back. Has a hit! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Repelled by the keeper. Hakimi goes for goal! And that has been cleared. Hoists it forward. Now it's Doku. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And help's available out wide. And it's hoisted clear. Lee Kang in. Hits one!
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Stones goes looking. Paris Saint-Germain are still just one up. It needs making safe, this. Stones does well there, alert. Bernardo Silva plays it forward.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he's cut it out. Hit long and direct. Real chance! He's got it on the right now. What's on? Whipped in.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
And it's played forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Vardiol. Doku. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Now it's Doku. And the defence can get it clear. And there goes the final whistle. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it. But that was enough. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'm sure a more comfortable margin would have been preferable, but you can't expect to get your way all the time. I think it was a win earned through game management, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. A few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are told is up to meet it! Try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Gonzalo Ramos did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Fran Garcia. It'll be a throw-in. Out to the left it goes. Mendes plays it backwards, and they'll try again. Goes for goal! Camavinga is there, and he can get that clear. Mbappe brings the ball forward. Now it's Brahim Diaz, right through the middle. He's in! Vinicius Junior! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, the control on receipt was far better than the control on dispatch.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Vinicius Junior. Paris Saint-Germain were imperious when the two sides last met. Oh, real danger here, and the finish! Decent enough try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Alaba tries to switch the play.
Real Madrid really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition.
Mbappe! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
And that has been cleared. Traoré turns into big chance! Has a hit! Goal! Real Madrid! Bellingham was quick to move in. Keeper's handling wasn't great.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
A 1-0 lead established.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Tchouaméni drives it forward. Brahim Diaz. Bellingham. Carvajal goes up and over. Real Madrid, whose manager came in for a bit of flack after their previous result.
Yeah, but he brought the...
He's gone for it! It's there! And they're at it again in double quick time! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Real Madrid grab a couple of goals for... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Mendes is flagged offside. Carvajal has been included in the starting 11 for the first time in some weeks. Rudiger. Carvajal. Bellingham switches it towards the other side. Alaba plays it over to the other flank. Rudiger hoists it forward. Paris Saint-Germain are the most prolific team in the league this season. And the counter is on. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Real Madrid have it back and they can go again.
Barcola simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Fabian Ruiz. Out to the right. Timely intervention. Neves. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Paris Saint-Germain looking here to cut their deficit. He's trying the shot. This could fall anywhere. Neves. Fabian Ruiz. He's Gonzalo Ramos! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save.
There's the end of the first half. It's the first half compared with your expectation.
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
And the action is back on the way.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Mbappe cuts it out. Paris Saint-Germain clung on for the 3 points in their last game. Positive. Hits one! That has certainly tested the keeper.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Camavinga. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Has a goal! And it's there! And surely that settles it.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Real Madrid take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Now surely, he's had a go! And that's off target. Bellingham. Rudiger.
They must set the right tone now and give themselves a foothold to get back into this. The next goal is key, and they've got to show the hunger and desire to score it.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Tries to dink it in. Mbappe has a shot! Marquinhos. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. It's a loose ball. Camavinga. Alaba. And it's played forward. Camavinga. Mbappe. Brahim Diaz. Plays it out to the wing. And that's a throw. Bellingham. Massive leap! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Real Madrid really are almost trying to pass the ball through a brick wall at the moment. You can see the sense of anxiety has now shifted to the stands.
Tchouaméni gets it out to the wing. They've played it short. Whipped in. Carries far too far and out of play. Fabian Ruiz. Bellingham. And it's Dembele. Tchouaméni is the guilty party there. Hakimi. And here's Dembele. Camavinga goes looking. Rodrigo. Cut out in the nick of time. Doué. Forward it goes. Has he picked him out? Gonzalo Ramos! Oh, that is an awful miss.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Bellingham plays it forward. Fabian Ruiz takes the long option. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Doué. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Dembele. He's made sure that that won't get through. Back to the keeper and go again. Rudiger. Bellingham. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Looks to thread it through. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Neves. Doué. Nuno Mendes. Tries to get it forward. Shot at goal! He's scored! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were...
And time is up. It has ended in disappointment, defeats and back to the drawing board. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, despite the loss, they have to take something from this. I think the coach will...
Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. Conditions absolutely beautiful. Perfect for the beautiful game. Temperatures are kind as well. No doubt playing a hand in high attendance levels as well as an elevated level of anticipation here. Surely this is the hot ticket going around in this neck of the woods. It surely must be. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Just joining us, we are. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
It's a loose ball. Neves ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Marquinhos. Paris Saint-Germain have been good here at home, undefeated in the last 5. Kimmich. Dashing forward at pace. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. And it's got through. Olise. Oh, well played, he needed to get that right. Lee Kang in, did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest. Gonzalo Ramos! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's a real opportunity missed there. He's done all the hard work getting to the ball, and all he needed to do was get some control on it.
Olise. And it's played forward. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Marquinhos gets rid without sophistication. Davis. Olise. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
A buccaneering run from the defender. He's got away. Quick glance at goal. Could move up a gear here. That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Lima. He's there to receive it. He came in. Nuno Mendes. Diaz. Mendes positions himself well and cuts it out. Now it's Dembele. Well, the ball's come loose, just the goalkeeper. It's Dembele! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Dembele with the smoothest one-on-one finish. He is one very cool customer.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Musiala has been included in the starting 11 for the first time in some weeks. Now it's Dembele. Gonzalo Ramos just brushed off the ball there. Gets on the end of it. Tar goes looking. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Stanisic. Lee Kang-in gets it back. Forward it goes. Diaz needed to come up with a better ball.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Musiala. Paris Saint-Germain are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Hoists it forward. Dembele. He's got options out wide. That'll be a throw. Chooses to go back. It's come through. Real chance! Fair attempt, it's the wrong outcome. Knocks it away. Doué has a pop! And another time! Same again, same outcome.
Paris Saint-Germain really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Musiala. Kimmich. Musiala. Diaz. Dembele. That's the whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but it still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. More than a decent game up to now. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Paris Saint-Germain come in, having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. Well, we're already into the second period.
Paris Saint-Germain really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Lee Kang-in. Elise. Lima. Kimmich. Musiala plays a clever pass. Kane. Out of play for a goal kick. Bayern Munich are on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
Yeah, but he brought the criticism upon himself by making substitutions that didn't really...
Has a pop! Stanisic plays it forward. Upamecano tries to get it forward quickly. So still just a goal between them. Lane drives it forward. Diaz can't get the better of his opposite number. The referee's awarded a free kick. And that has been cleared. Musiala, and the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Doué. It's on a plate. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, great end for the follow-up! That's a half-decent try.
Dembele certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Stanisic. Upamecano. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Diaz. Ball It's loose, who's getting there? Now it's Laimer. Lee Kang in, battles to win it back. Olise.
Bayern Munich showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Stanisic. Half an hour gone in the second half. Kimmich. Musiala. Diaz!
Bayern Munich are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Now it's Dembele. Dembele plays it out to the flank. Doué.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Olise. Chance! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Keeper's got good distance on that.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Goes down, but nothing given. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing.
There's only one word for this, it's baffling. That team needs to figure out where the ball needs to be, and it's not there.
And that is that. A very good game of football. No winner, but both sets of fans have got their money's worth. Well, good day to you wherever you are. You join us on a day where the weather just may have an impact on a football match that has been much anticipated. It's dry at the moment, but the forecast is that it will be wet, perhaps very wet by the time the game is underway, and certainly by the time of the second half. The crowd, though, oh, shooting chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Finds himself eased off the ball. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Watkins looks to get on the end of this. And it's Dembele. And here's Dembele. That's a brilliant interception. Well, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Bizot gets it upfield. McGinn. Sancho. Well, they are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim.
Yeah, and just notice the way, when they ping it out wide, the prompt for those in central midfield to make their forward runs, and they're looking to get on the end of whatever arrives.
Hakimi just wouldn't be beaten there. McGinn. Aston Villa really have been poor at home lately. 5 games here without a win. Cut out in the nick of time. Going for goal! Goal! Villa! The breakthrough strike! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Villa get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Good ball, it's felt. And the shot! They've scored! They are right back in business. With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant set-up and finish.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Forward it goes. He's got the ball glued to his feet. Fabian Ruiz decides to... hits one! Sancho tries to get it forward quickly. Well positioned to make that interception. Sancho, and here's the chance to counter. Hoists it forward. The Villains coming into this game on the back of a really good result, and their boss must take an awful lot of credit for that.
Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of each were perfect too. That sort of decisive management is a winning formula in itself.
Matson, and it's played forward. That's sprayed out wide. Dembele tries lifting it over. Now the counter.
That's just an example of overcommitting, and they're fortunate for the quality of the intervention. It was vital.
Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. And it's Dembele. Nuno Mendes. Caught offside that time. Keeper's got good distance on that. Dembele. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Vitinha. Vitinha! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Right through the middle. Dembele. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Doué. Fabian Ruiz. He's set up one goal so far. Dembele. Chance! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Sancho with a long pass. Keeper sends it forward. And the first 45 minutes are up. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Already up and running for the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Fabian Ruiz. Nuno Mendes. Hoists it forward, dashing forward at pace. Quick ball forward. And he's there to clear it. As a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Tries a shot! It's good distance on it. Great leap! He will be livid with himself. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Dembele gets on the end of it. Dembele has got himself a free kick. And you would probably say it's too far out for a shot. Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. Vitinha! And the ball's come out. Chooses to go back. Fabian Ruiz. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? There's a long ball. Oh, good interception. Sancho. Onana. McGinn. Now it's Sancho. That's great strength on the ball.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more missed than hit. Sancho really just wasn't quick enough then. Well, his thinking certainly wasn't. Didn't make use of what I felt were some very good options.
Forward it goes. Oh, well played, he saw that coming. Doué. And here's Dembele. It's a loose ball. Watkins. Tielemans. Tielemans. Buendia. He's looked long this time. Neves. Fabian Ruiz. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Paris Saint-Germain can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Dembele.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Tielemans. Buendia. Gets away from his opponent. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Aston Villa merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
And it's played forward.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Nuno Mendes. Neves. And here's Dembele. Torres with the clearance. Dembele. Dembele! Oh, that's a fine save!
Dembele sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add,
Shapes to shoot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it!
Paris Saint-Germain are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
Time for a change in personnel.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Paris Saint-Germain complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
That's a decent ball. He gets past his man. Well, the whistle's gone. What's he given? Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Tielemans, and the finish! And out to safety. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Paris Saint-Germain have done it in dramatic fashion. A massive test of character, and they passed it with... Well, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper, the traffic has been extraordinary, but the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters who were queuing round the block for their tickets as soon as we knew the date of the fixture, well, now they can't wait for it to begin. And begin it will any second now. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, it's hard not to focus on Ousmane Dembele, a player of unbounded potential, someone who can add real width and dynamism to any team thanks to his pace.
Has a hit! Mendes. Neves. Paris Saint-Germain were imperious when the two sides last met. And the fans are asking for more of the same. Doué. And here's Dembele. That has a hit! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Paris Saint-Germain have an early lead. Good start. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Fofana has been included in the starting 11 for the first time in some weeks. Doué. Gonzalo Ramos. Chalobah has been caught there, it's a foul. Sanchez gets it upfield. Garnacho. Now it's João Pedro.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well played, he saw that coming. Fernandes. Paris Saint-Germain clung on for the 3 points in their last game. Positive results though, built momentum. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Fernandes. Chalobah tries to get it forward quickly. The Blues have it back and they can go again. Pedro Neto. Vitinha. Doué. Gonzalo Ramos. Fabian Ruiz. Ruiz has a goal! Cleared without complication. Back into the middle. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, great! Has a goal! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
He's on his way. Hakimi, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. Caicedo. It's come going for goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
That was great pressure to force the initial error, Peter. It's the perfect example as to why this is a favourite tactic of a lot of teams these days.
Dembele has created one goal already. Hakimi gets flagged offside. Pinged forward. Caicedo. Colwill. And the whistle goes for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain come in, having established that lead. Yeah, that does look a foul. The referee's given a free kick. João Pedro. Caicedo. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Pedro! Hakimi. Clearly not what he wanted to do. Caicedo. Chelsea have their manager to thank for the last result.
Yeah, he had a problem, but he was confident he had the players to fix it, and his willingness to take risks is what I liked, and that worked an absolute treat.
Vitinha. Doué. Nuno Mendes. He spotted the run and played him through. Vitinha. Garnacho. Cuts it out. Forward. What does he try from here? And here's Dembele. Out to the left it goes. Neves. And he's cut it out. Caicedo drives it forward. Nuno Mendes doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Caicedo. Caicedo proving impossible to wrestle off the ball. Now it's Pedro Neto. Big chance! A real chance and a real let-off. Doué. Caicedo. Defenders on the back foot. Going through. Forward it goes. And it's Dembele. Nuno Mendes. Dembele. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
He's in! Shot at goal! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Oh, smart save. Played out to the right. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Fofana. Colwill. Caicedo. Garnacho pushes to get on the end of it. Hoists it forward. Fofana. Colwill. Chalobah. And it's played forward. Whistle's gone, that's foul. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
It's a brilliant interception.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Put paid to a promising move. Pedro Neto plays it out to the flank. Ball's loose, who's getting there? And they've been caught out here. Forward it goes.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Garnacho. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Caicedo. And a second time! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
There's going to be another change here.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Ball is over the line. He's through the middle. He's got away. That looks a good ball. Marquinhos drives it towards the front. Colwill. Santos. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Paris Saint-Germain win it by the only goal. Result, no question, the most important.